I hate working online. Normally a marketing team would present these figures to me.
Why aren't they doing that by Zoom?
I had to furlough my entire marketing group.
Are you on furlough too?
I took a pay cut. Boy, a real haircut. I'm down to $1 a year.
That doesn't sound like a pay cut.
Sounds like you're working for free.
Where's your incentive?
My incentive is not to be the jerk who had to go bankrupt with my family business after 98 years.
Sounds like a good incentive to me.
You know, sometimes I think going back to a smaller store model might be the best idea.
Like Gates?
Well, maybe more like Lilly Pulitzer. I could have a few exclusive stores and then license the Barnaby name for luxury goods. Hey, anybody up for a glass of wine?
Hey, we just finished lunch.
Well, it must be 5 o'clock somewhere. I really like this Fantail Rosé.
Harry Seitz imports that from South Africa. Delicious, right?
Right. Hey, want a glass?
Maybe at 5 o'clock. Hey, Raj, you went through that whole bottle.
I think it makes me more creative.
That's what you used to say during the coked up 80s.
I was never coked up in the 80s.
Me either.
Everyone in fashion was coked up then, me included.
I remember it well. You were a mess.
Oh, everyone was. But I gave up all my addictions at once. No coke, no cigarettes, no alcohol, no nothing.
No sex?
Hey, I was in my 20s. That's when I started running.
When did you start running back to the bottle?
Ha, 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 ha. Are you kidding? I don't drink a lot. Maybe a glass of wine here and there.
Raj, you finished the whole bottle of rosé all by yourself.
And it's not even 5 o'clock. The official cocktail hour of Boca Grand.
Yeah.
That's one of the nice things about living here. Everyone lives healthy, playing tennis, golf, fishing, still.
5 o'clock. It seems like everyone lets loose at 5 o'clock.
Pretty much everyone does.
At MIT, we didn't start drinking till at least 10 p.m., unless it was a Friday, in which case we started drinking exactly after your very last class, which could have been like at any time.
About 10 p.m., everyone here is sound asleep.
Even on New Year's Eve, our midnight fireworks are at 9 p.m.
I heard people talking about Boca Grand midnight. I just didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah, but people on this island have lots of cocktail parties and dinner parties and galas.
And they all end by 9 p.m.?
Pretty much.
I knew I liked it here. A dinner party where I can go to bed without acid reflux.
It's just so different than my life in New York.
Dating younger women than your kids?
That's not true. I never dated anyone younger than 27.
But you're 57.
Well, I know. Listen, if my wife were still alive, I wouldn't be dating at all. But Judy and I had a really great marriage.
I don't even know what a great marriage looks like.
Well, we really like spending time together.
Oh?
You know the world-famous vintage department at Barnaby's? That was all her. Judy's idea, Judy's taste.
Did it make money?
It made a fortune and gave the store panache. I really can't do this on my own.
I bet I can help you.
When you think you have panache at 22?
First of all, I'm 23. Second of all, no, but I know how to spot trends. And if you'll let me look at Barnaby's numbers.
I could help. I'm an accountant.
And I'm Superman. This pandemic is not just about looking for trends. It's for me.
Are you suddenly clairvoyant?
No, I just know it's for me.
I thought you might be hungry.
Ooh, another one of your specialties.
It's turkey kidney shepherd's pie.
My God, I thought shepherd's pie was lamb.
Oh, it is. It's lamb kidney.
Well, I'm still a vegan, so I'm going to pass.
But there's no face in my pie.
Oh, Penny, vegan means I don't eat anything that has ever had a face. Ever.
Kids today.
I'm not really hungry yet.
Me neither. But hey, it's 5 o'clock. Time for a cocktail.
Another one? When I was a kid, anyone who drank wine all day was called a wino.
What if they drank cocktails all day?
Well, they were called a drunk or an ad guy. A lot of those guys drank their liquor accounts into bankruptcy.
Enough, Pop. Raj, we're just worried about you.
Besides, didn't you finish your cocktail hour an hour ago?
I did, but who's counting?
We are.
We are.
We were just worried that Roger is drinking too much.
Oh, my father said never trust a man who drinks too much.
Did your father drink?
Not too much. Just a little sherry with Mother before dinner.
Sounds refined.
Oh, and a bottle of wine at dinner.
Did they split that?
No, that was just Father. Mother liked Scotch neat.
So they were drinkers.
Oh, not that you'd ever notice, except for the beer they always served at lunch.
Every day?
Oh, no. Beer was for special lunches after church and for something to take the edge off before bed.
Maybe you should date Roger.
Hey, don't give away my girl.
Oh, he's too young for me. I like a man with a little more experience.
Thanks. No one's called me young in a long time.
Penny, let's take your golf cart and go look at the sunset.
On the golf side?
You told me that's the best place to see it.
Oh, it is. You need to bring a Go Cup with you, too. Everyone brings something to drink.
Now, that sounds like a great Boca Grande tradition.
And it's a great place to catch up with all your friends.
Even during the lockdown?
Especially since the lockdown. We all get to toast each other, another healthy day, safe distance, 6 feet apart.
Listen, my friends do the same thing on Zoom, but it's Zoom, so it seems a little bit safer than that.
Oh, we all do that.
Oh, why don't we all go watch the sunset? Stu and I can take my golf cart. You take Ben's.
You don't mind us coming with you?
Who said we don't mind?
It'll be fun. And afterwards we can come home and share my special turkey kidney shepherd's pie.
I think I'll pass. Maybe another night.
Me too. I've got a lot of emails to catch up on.
I'm still working on numbers.
And I'm going to help Roger, so
You don't know what you're missing.
Oh, I think we do.
Okay, let's go. I've got some Arnold Palmers with a splash of tequila to go.
Sounds delicious.
Anyone ready for a beer?
Bourbon for me.
Actually, guys, I think this one calls for champagne.
Champagne?
Oh, yeah, I deserve it. I think I know how to save Barnaby's.
Michael, I really think your idea may keep me from having to bankrupt Barnaby's.
Are the other luxury stores doing anything like this?
Not that I know of.
Do you think your family will agree to downsizing?
I think they'll have to. Otherwise, they may have to downsize right into bankruptcy.
It's more repositioning.
If you're going smaller, that's downsizing.
Roger's not going smaller. He's just readjusting the usage of his space.
You really think it can work?
No one thought Uber could work until it did. And nobody thought Airbnb would work, but it did.
And no one thought COVID would close all those businesses until it did.
Well, that's why everyone's retail business has to look at their online business as their main business. And their storefronts is more of image rebuilding, branding, that kind of thing.
I go back to the old Bendel's model of a store within a store.
Not exactly.
The Bloomingdale's model of like no other store in the world?
Not exactly.
The Amazon model of taking over the world?
Not exactly. It's more like a workplace, showroom, designer destination.
So, if I go into Barnaby's to order a suit, what happens?
Will we even have suits?
Oh, you'll have suits. But he can come in, pick his shape, his suit, try it on, and then the tailors take his exact measurements for him.
I get it. And 10 days later, the suit arrives by FedEx.
Isn't that just an old-fashioned tailor with FedEx delivery?
No. Once your measurements are in a system, anything you order online is made especially for you.
In China? In India? Thailand?
No, in New York, the top floors are the tailoring shops. The bottom 2 floors are individual showrooms, and then the lobby is cosmetics, beauty, accessories, you name it.
Michael, you may be a genius. Hey, any more bourbon in that bottle?
Go easy. That bourbon is especially made for the temp. I don't know if I can replace it.
The temp. Boy, do I miss those dinners we used to have in the Caribbean room when I'd visit you. Remember that beautiful waitress?
She got married to some guy who was on a fishing trip. Now she lives on a mansion in Steamboat Springs.
Boy, I wish I had the nerve to do something like that.
Something like what? Ask a girl out?
Get married to someone I just met.
Well, if you ever do get up the nerve, remember the prenup.
Sound advice from my favorite lawyer. Cheers.
Almost every woman I ever married tried to convince me a prenup wasn't necessary because we were marrying for love.
Love and companionship.
Love and sex.
Love and friendship would be enough for me.
Friendship would be enough for me.
Where's Penny? You were supposed to come back here for dinner.
The thought of turkey kidney shepherd's pie was enough to make me take her out to dinner.
I thought most of the restaurants on the island were either closed or just doing takeout.
Well, it changes every 15 minutes. That was last week. This week, Miller's is open. The Pink is open. I think South Beach is open. Oh, and Sisters is open.
That's where we went. Sisters. Boy, do they make great pizza.
Oh, that's where we've been ordering pizza from the time we got here.
Well, it's better in person.
All right, so anyway, how did the date go?
Penny is wonderful, except for one thing.
Was it her cooking?
Okay, 2 things. She wants me to go to Grand Glee with her.
Do you sing?
About as well as I do.
Or I do.
We come from a long line of tone-deaf people.
Well, that's no problem. Glee isn't meeting during the pandemic anyway.
That's what you think. They meet on Zoom.
Just explain that you can't sing.
She wants me to come to one of their Zoom cocktail parties so her friends can get a look at me.
You know, I think that's flattering. She wants you to meet her friends.
It's too soon. We're not up to Zoom friends yet.
Well, in Boca time, you're up to meeting her friends.
Go for it, Pop. She's really nice.
And I'm sure her friends are nice too.
What if I don't like them?
What if they don't like you?
Everyone likes me.
Everyone.
Okay, not the folks at Legacy Gardens, but everyone else.
I'm starting to feel like everyone on this side of the family has commitment issues.
I sure am glad you take after your mother.
We all are.
Who would believe that Stu gets a new girlfriend before any of us?
What's there to believe? You just have to meet the right girl.
I think I'm going to get ready to go to bed.
By yourself?
By myself. No Zoom sex date lined up for me tonight.
So, how about a nightcap?
Isn't it a little too late to start drinking?
Well, technically, he never stopped.
Who cares? Hey, it must be 5 o'clock somewhere.
You're right.
I'm in. Great.
Sure.
Why not?
Cheers.